I know this area back to front, and there's a lot going on.
There's a lot going on.
Hundreds of thousands of people moving there. You know, there is all the demand you need for this sort of thing.
Yeah.
But there's very much jam tomorrow in this deal. The values are not there today.
No,
and
not with 16 flats.
Well,
but
no.
with
There's
30
something
flats.
else.
A property deal, I always say, is like a bad haircut. Eventually it'll grow out.
Well,
and it'll look
Ranjan,
good
with
if you
all
sit
due
there long
respect,
enough.
you should know about that.
Property Elevator is back and we are bigger than ever. This year, we see our angels looking to invest their hard-earned cash into some of the best property deals on the market. Will our angels be keeping their lights green, or will they be turning them red? And to shake things up, I'd like to introduce you to the lender, who'll be giving their insights into how these deals could potentially be viewed from a lending perspective. Our angels are seasoned developers, mentors, and investors with a combined experience of over 100 years. They are Paul Mahoney, Ranjan Bhattacharya, John Howard, Hayley Andrews, and Nicholas Walworth. Unlike the angels, our lender, Scott Marshall, can't shake hands on any of the deals. So, it's up to our candidates to impress one of the 5 angels for that all-important guidance and cash. So, let's meet some of the hopeful candidates pitching their deals on today's show. Hi Lee, thanks for joining us today at Property Elevator.
Thanks for having me.
You are very welcome. Tell me a little bit about your background and your history in property.
So I've remortgaged my family home about 7 years ago.
Yeah.
And I turned that 100k into just shy of £2 million worth of property and land. I can't lie, I've never done a development.
Okay.
But I'm here to learn.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm really good at finding deals, and I've got 3 development opportunities in my pipeline. So I'm here to learn and maybe get an investment.
Brilliant, yeah. You find the deals, you JV and partner up with somebody. It makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
Brilliant. Well, best of luck.
Cool, thank you.
I'm going to ask you to head up these stairs and pitch.
Thank you.
See you when you get down.
Hi Angels, my name is Lee Blake. I'm from sunny Birmingham. I've been in property for 25 years, but for the last 7 years I've been taking it a lot more seriously, getting mentors, getting educated. I remortgaged the family home about 7 years ago for 100k. The missus at the time wasn't too impressed. That's why she's now the ex-missus. Well, one of the reasons. But I've turned that 100k into just shy of £2 million worth of property and land.
Done. Super.
I'm not going to lie, I've never done a development, but I am really good at finding development deals. I'm hoping that, I'm a development virgin, and I'm hoping one or two of you might help me pop my cherry today.
I like that.
Good.
I'm going to pitch a really exciting development deal, which is just a stone's throw away from the HS2 station, Curzon Street in the centre of Birmingham.
Good.
It's a really large corner bungalow plot with a big front garden and a big back garden. I own it, I own the freehold, and I currently rent it for £2,100 a month. So if an angel or two were to invest, you'd be cash flowing from day one.
Okay. So how much? And what is the deal?
So the actual bungalow is a plot on it's about 650 square meters or 0.16 of an acre.
Yep.
So there's a safe option and there's a curveball option. I'm really open to any kind of deal really. The safe option is 4 stories.
So it's a knockdown.
Knock down the bungalow.
Okay.
Get planning permission.
4 stories high.
4 stories, 16 apartments.
16 apartments.
And then I would prefer to either get planning permission and flip it and make some quick cash, or the curveball option is, so a little bit of background. My neighbour and friend is the former head of planning for Birmingham City Council. He left Birmingham City Council 4 years ago and he's working in the private sector. He looked at the plot and said, you should not be playing safe with this
you've currently got a site. What's the site stand you in at? What did you pay for the site?
195.
195. So
The mortgage
okay.
is 187.
The mortgage is 180. And what's it worth to you?
I've had a conditional offer to buy it off me for $500,000. I said no, I might as well get planning myself.
Lee, that's absolutely fine. So, who would like to go first?
Yeah, I'll go. What's the numbers on the safer option, as in what price per square foot do you have the units priced at?
So I think if a studio stroke a small one bed could be sold right now for 100,000, in 3 years' time, you're kind of looking, maybe 130.
No, we don't know that, do we? We don't know that,
but
we don't know that.
the area is only going to go one way, 100%.
Is it?
Yeah.
You sure?
I'm 99.9% sure. The mighty Birmingham City are going to move their stadium half a mile out of the city centre, so you'll have a massive sports centre and concert venue, exhibition centre.
You've already got the NEC for that,
So
anyway.
with the apart, so it's, sorry, I'm still confused.
Yeah.
So you own the plot of land, there's a
Yes.
bungalow on there, we're going to demolish the bungalow and build 16 apartments selling at 100,000
No, so
pounds
if we sold the 2 beds in 3 years' time, my conservative estimate, the 2 beds would be sold for £210,000. Because
Is there any reason that you're looking at prices in 3 years' time, as in?
Yeah, because it doesn't stack up at the moment, Paul. That's why.
No, so
your one beds are 100,000, your 2 beds are 210.
the studio would be 100,000.
Oh,
the
studio.
larger 1 beds would be 130. The 2 beds right
So-
now would be 160.
130.
And that's based
Okay.
on the last few days I've been doing the comparables.
Sold comparables.
Yeah.
And they're for sale comparables, but they're much, much higher. They're like 250 to 300.
I think that's a
These
real mistake, though.
prices,
If you're trying to make this development stack based upon inflated prices in 3 years, that doesn't stack. You need to look at prices today. Because
But I wouldn't be selling them today. And
Why not?
I thank you for your feedback, but
why wouldn't you
I've
sell
never
them today,
done-
though?
I suppose my friend said, and the planner guy said, you probably a year in planning for a start.
Birmingham City, at least
Yeah.
a year in
Yeah.
planning.
Lee,
Yep.
can you give me a breakdown? How many studios, how many 1 beds, how many 2 beds?
In the safe option, we've done 4 studios, 4 1 beds, and 8 2 beds.
Right. Nicholas, what's your view?
Wow, I mean, if we get the sort of planning you're talking about, it looks really, really exciting. Being close to HS2 is property investing 101, invest near up-and-coming transport links, up-and-coming areas.
It's all been done.
This is major. I'm sure some of this is priced in already in
It's
the
all
area.
priced in.
But this is still a relatively cheap plot. What would you, if we were doing a JV, what would you be prepared to put the site in at? You know,
So I own the freehold in my personal name, and that's
Yeah.
because I was thinking about moving in there and reducing my capital gains for a while.
Yeah.
Don't know if I'll do that now, but I'm really open to any kind of thing. It could be that I fund the planning, especially if we went for the safer option. You guys fund one or two of you guys fund the development, or you buy the plot off me for X amount, and then we go and get debt finance and.
Well, I think with a JV, what you'd want to do is put that land into a JV at a certain price,
Yeah.
and then we go and make it work.
Yeah.
You know, with various debt, we will need various debt to fund the build, most likely.
So you wouldn't have to risk £2 million, whatever. You could
No,
just,
we get
so
some debt,
it
some
would
equity.
Be, so are you asking me how much I'd sell it to the SPV for?
Correct.
300 grand.
Okay.
Because I don't
sounds-
mind funding the planning. I also that would give me a little bit of money to do deals, because I'm good at finding deals.
Are you struggling to find your next commercial to residential conversion project? Well, over the next 2 years, virtually every UK bank branch will close. Banks are fabulous buildings in prime locations, and thanks to permitted development rights, they're really easy to convert to alternative uses under a light touch planning regime. My team have put together a list of over 500 UK bank branches which are poised for imminent closure. And for a limited period only, you can download this list absolutely free. Your next commercial property project is on this list, so download it now and enjoy the rest of the video.
I know this area back to front, and there's a lot going on.
There's a lot going on.
Hundreds of thousands of people moving there. You know, there is all the demand you need for this sort of thing.
Yes.
But there's very much jam tomorrow in this deal. The values are not there today.
No.
And
not with 16 flats.
Well,
but
no.
with
There's
30
something
flats.
else.
A property deal, I always say, is like a bad haircut. Eventually it'll grow out.
Well,
and it'll look
Ranjan,
good
with
if you
all
sit
due
there long
respect,
enough.
you should know about that.
That's good, John.
That was not funny. Okay, this one's not for me. I wish you best of luck, but I'd love to talk about BMV flipping at another time.
Shall I just have a...
Please do. Burst the balloon. Go on, you normally do.
Now, the most uncertain part of doing a development at the moment, or one of the most uncertain parts of doing development, is the planning process.
Yep.
So I would leave the tenant, sell the property to the SPV, release some equity from there, use that 100 grand, probably to be fair for your sourcing business, because you can grow that at the same time. Bring the angel in, help you with the planning process, and really then maximise what you can do with this site. But right now, this seems like a cash cow that actually you can leverage for your benefit and the benefit of another angel.
Hayley, would you like to go first on this?
Lee, I like you. I think you're a really nice guy, and you've come with a creative deal. For me, it's 2.5 years, you know, before we even really get started. Worst case
we
scenario.
can start the planning tomorrow.
Yeah, but it's not going to take 2.5 years, and it's just too long-winded. I'm disappointed you didn't bring me a better deal.
Go.
Okay.
I'm out. No.
Okay.
I'm just going to think for I can't. I haven't thought about an offer. Sorry, but I
Okay,
will
shall
make you one.
I say where I am? Because without sounding, I don't want to sound arrogant, and I'm not arrogant. I'm a humble person underneath it all. I'm very experienced at doing tower blocks. That's what I do. I know the area. I would definitely like to make you an offer, not just on this, but on other deals that you may have. I've got a lot of good contacts in Birmingham. So we can work together.
Me being one of them.
We can work. You're Dudley.
I'm not
Dudley. Work together to both our advantages. So this is my offer. My offer is this. We form a company. We put the property in at £300,000. We put the money up jointly for the planning, which I think will be in the region of 100 to 150,000 to get the planning for potentially the 16 units, or if we can work it right, and Birmingham City Council needs some money at the moment, potentially buy some of the other land up, which is a skill in itself to know how to do that, put the deal together correctly in the right way, and then we have, once we've done that, then we have the opportunity then to either sell it with planning or develop it. I don't mind which. At the moment, it doesn't work to do that, but by the time we've got planning, which will take 1.5 years probably, and all the rest of it, hopefully we'll be in a better position. The train will be coming in. Nicholas can come and visit whenever he wants on that train, and then we can show him what we've achieved together. So that's my offer.
Thank you.
Okay, I'll weigh in. As I say, I know the area well. I know the people that would buy this off you with the planning well.
I think we all know that.
Well, not really. No, you don't.
Well,
I've
we
worked
do.
with them for over a decade. So
And I know the managing director very well.
Of a
The company you're talking about.
A company perhaps, but multiple companies, multiple potential buyers. I'd also, if we were to do it ourselves, I'd be able to sell them quickly, which would de-risk the build substantially. However, I accept what John said in that he's definitely got more experience than me in actually building tower blocks. And for that reason, I think we would make a good team on this one, if John's willing to be a team.
You're ganging up on me, guys.
No, I'm not.
Okay,
Let me
okay,
finish.
okay.
So, I would be willing to do something very similar to what John said, trying to maximise the planning, because I don't think it works with the 16 units, but I do think you can get more on it. And whether that be building it out ourselves or selling it to, very well established and funded developers in Birmingham, that this would be attractive to. And I think I could help quite a lot with that. So I'd be willing to partner with either John or Nick on a similar basis to what John offered.
Now, Nicholas.
What I think's important here is what you want. So I'm actually going to match Paul's offer so that you've got the option of working with the people that you want to work with. And whether that's me or not, if it is me, I'd love to work with you. If it's not, as long as it's the right thing for you, that's the most important thing. So you've got John on his own at the moment, or me and Paul together, me and Paul on our own, and it's whether John will work with either of us or not.
Thank you very much.
We need to know whether John's willing to share or not.
I'm not willing to share
You're
now.
not? Okay.
We don't need to share with anyone. Okay, go to the wall and have a think. Yeah, thank you. That means I'm old.
Good luck, chaps.
That means I'm old.
John,
No, you're not a veteran.
you're not sharing with me?
John doesn't share.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you for your offers. I think the structure of the deal is pretty good for me. However, so my counter offer would be, we sell into the SPV for 300. I make a little bit of money that I can do deals with, and the planning and the development either comes from finance, but it doesn't come from my pocket.
You want us to wash the dishes and dry them up as well?
No,
Yes.
I want both to make money.
However, listen,
And have dinner first.
However, what I'll do, I'll pay for all the planning, but I get my planning money back first before we share any profit.
Nicholas, Paul?
Once it's sold at some point, is that what you're saying?
Yeah, so the cost of the planning, my cost of the planning comes back to me first, and then we share the profit 50-50 after that. So all costs, and then we share the profit.
He's got £2 million for the property.
I'd be prepared to do that and pay for all the planning.
It's a big boys project.
That's why you need
needs
two.
two
That's why you
people.
need a big boy.
That's why you need a bigger team.
I think it's decision time for you.
Yeah.
I think the
thank you.
differences are...
Thank you so much for the feedback. So I think I would like to accept Nicholas and Paul's offer because
Good
two
choice.
heads are
Well
better than
done.
one.
Well done.
Bro.
Brilliant.
Great. Thanks, mate.
Thank you.
Really looking forward to working with you. It's going to be brilliant.
I cannot believe
Good work.
Congratulations. Well done.
I honestly, when you get into difficulties, you're not sure what to do,
Call John.
just give me a ring.
the legend.
Yeah, that's all right. I'll do that.
John, because you might have to buy it cheap.
I cannot believe I've lost that, Scott.
You might have to buy it cheap.
Why?
I think the
Why don't
reality
we
of that
Tiny
one.
this time.
I think the reality of that one is we're not going to build out 40
Of course
flats in Birmingham over 2.5
Well, I had that in
years.
the bag, didn't you?
We'll get the best possible planning and
did,
flick it to
to
some of the
be honest.
developers I know.
Exactly.
They've never done a tower block in their
easy
lives.
planning.
But
win.
we're not planning to build a tower block.
No,
We're
but you
planning
still
to
get,
get a planning
get
uplift.
planning on it, and that's very complicated.
Even if we got pre-app and
Yeah, I
some
know, a good
outline
planning
planning,
consultant
we'd
you
sell that for
introduced me
700 or
to.
800,000.
Cannot believe that.
Brilliant. What a result there.
Yeah,
Give me a
I'm
high five.
really
Woohoo.
chuffed. Yeah.
Amazing. So Nicholas and Paul,
Yeah.
how are you feeling?
Yeah, I'm really, I've had it for about 2 years now, and I've been thinking about kind of doing it or not doing it or waiting till the area developed a little bit.
Yeah.
So, but now I can take a little bit of profit kind of from day one because it's a no money left in deal for me anyway.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm really chuffed. And if I'm honest, I would have liked John in the deal as well, but he didn't want to share, and I'm a sociable fella, so
John
I
is
always
not a
wanted
sharer.
two angels. So yeah, it's cool.
Great.
I'm really chuffed.
He never has been, probably never will be.
I know, like Paul knows the area really well.
He does.
I know Nicholas knows about cluster flats and student type stuff.
Yeah.
And I think it could be a 16-story tower, and I couldn't do that on my own. So yeah.
Well, you've got an excellent
Yeah, it's
pair.
a good win-win, I think.
Yeah, I think you make a great trio.
Indeed.
Good luck.
Cool. Awesome.
Thanks for
Cool.
joining
Thank
us
you.
today. It's been great having
That's
you.
so cool. Thank you very much.
The Baker Street Property Meet is the UK's largest and #1 property investors networking event. The property market is going through monumental change right now, and at Baker Street Property Meet we aim to keep you up to date with the latest tips and tricks and insider tactics to help you keep on top of your property investing game and succeed in these troubled economic times. The Baker Street Property Meet is fundamentally about networking, because it's not what you know, it's who you know. And at Baker Street, we aim to connect you with the people to make your property journey a monumental success. There's no better place to be to further your property investment journey than the Baker Street Property Meet. So make sure you're here, you're connecting with myself and Andrew Roberts, our expert guest speakers, and 300 passionate property people each and every month. See you at the next meet. Get your spot at bakerstreetpropertymeet.com.